Hey guys, good evening. How are you guys doing today? Good? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream. Live from Charlotte in North Carolina. Hello. Charlotte in North Carolina. Are you guys freezing? It's cold, huh? In most of the US. In most of the US territory. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what stocks you guys want me to go over. I'm a bit late today. 11 minutes late actually. I told you 21 minutes late. I'm sorry. I was trying to take some trades after hours with earnings reports, and I didn't take any trades actually, but you know, I was taking a look at Texas Instruments and Intuitive Surgical. So welcome back. Affinity for cars. Donnie Brown, you have major echo. No, I don't. Donnie Brown, you have major echo. No. Yeah, my audio is perfect. Palantir, Apple, SPY, Tessie. Okay, let me make a summary of what happened today in the markets. A green day across the board. When we see the way, let's say, that the major indices closed today's trading session. We had a record close, by the way, in the S&P 500. We could think, or anyone would think that we had a very solid day and a very positive day in the markets, which we can make a case that was actually the case. But wow, guys, what a boring trading session we had today. Unbelievable. So, very slow, low volume. So today it just wasn't a trader's tape, as you guys noticed throughout the trading session. As market participants, as active market participants, you guys have to learn how to recognize these kind of narrow ranging trading sessions in order to avoid trading. And most of you guys are basically day trading. So the trading session that we had today was not meant for day trading. Maybe you can open some positions here and there, thinking about closing those positions in the upcoming trading sessions. But if you guys try to force day trades with such a slow tape, you're going to be run way more relative to the occasions in which you will be right. So this is something that you need to keep in mind, guys. And again, I know that most of you guys are day trading, and as long as the indices remain trading near all-time highs, and in this case I am talking about the S&P 500 and the SPY, we might keep having these kind of narrow ranging trading sessions with not much movement at all. So this is something that you need to keep in mind, guys. Today was a horrible session, horrible, with a capital H, as in Henry. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. Other than that, a green day across the board. The Russell 2000 went up 0.47%. The Nasdaq went up 0.22%. The S&P 500 had a record close today, above 6,100 points, up 0.53%. And the Dow Jones went up 0.92%. And if we take a look at the 11 sectors that trade inside the S&P 500, where do I have the sectors at? Let me see. I think they're here. Let me show you guys. Take a look at the 11 sectors. All of them closed in positive territory, led by healthcare, up 1.34%, followed by industrials, up 1%, real estate, up 0.80%, financials, up 0.58%. And take a look at the worst performing sector today. And I am quoting, or let's say, quote unquote, worst performing sector today. That sector was technology, which went up 0.18%. So today we saw a bit of rotation from the tech sector into sectors that have been underperforming the markets recently, such as healthcare, as I just told you, and industrials, which was the second best performing sector today. This sector went up today 1%. So it was a good day in general terms for the markets, but trading wise, take a look at what happened today, guys. If we pull up here a 1 day, 1 minute chart of the SPY, take a look at what happened. So the trading session opened within a narrow range. So we traded within a narrow range for the first hour of the trading session. Then we saw some sort of push to the upside, and from 11 a.m. until the last pump that we saw into the closing bell today. So we're talking about how many hours? It was like 11, from 11 up to pretty much until almost 4 p.m. This was a 4-hour frame. The SPY, guys, traded within a $1 range. It's impossible to trade this tape. It is impossible. You're going to be wrong. So sometimes, guys, the best trade is the one that you don't actually take. And this is a concept that you need to get familiar with. Put this down on a sticky note, guys. And this goes especially for the newies out there. Because, and I can tell this because of my own experience. When you start trading, you're like excited. You feel thrilled. Oh, I already want the trading session to kick off. And what am I gonna trade? What are you guys looking at? I can see you guys on Discord super excited. Are you guys looking at Tesla? What do you guys think about Nvidia? What do you guys think about Apple? But when we have these kind of trading sessions, guys, the idea is having that thought in your mind. The best trade, or sometimes the best trade, is the one that you don't actually take. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we have All Gaming Channel here. Macmillan 357, Jace Peterson, Herolyn Jules, what's up, guys? Kev is in the house. Rob Julio, Andrew Lindsay, Dieter Critters asking about Peloton. Are you trading Peloton? Are we still doing that? Dexter Smith, Tessie, Donnie Brown, SPY. The SPY, guys. Take a look. This is a 4-hour chart of the SPY. A brand new all-time highs today. Do you guys see anything negative on this 4-hour chart? Nothing, zero. And mind you, guys, and obviously none of us can time what I am about to tell you. We have a pullback coming. It's happening. Yeah. And I rarely ever speak in absolute terms about this business, but we have a pullback coming. When is it going to happen? Tomorrow? Next Tuesday? Within a week? Within 2 weeks? I don't know. In a month? No, nobody knows. Because none of us has a crystal ball. But we have a pullback coming, 1,000,000% guaranteed. Can the SPY go up to $620 Of course. $630, of course, no problem. It's an uptrend. Above all the moving averages, take a look. Over here we can see an upward sloping 5 DMA, 5-day moving average. So the SPY can keep melting up for, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Nobody knows. But we have a pullback coming. I cannot time it. If I could time this, guys, what I am telling you, I would be a billionaire. So since I cannot time this, and I know that this is going to happen eventually, I just need to wait for the technical chart of the SPY to let me know that a pullback is unfolding. What could be signaling that a pullback is unfolding in the case of the SPY? Say that the 5-day moving average, which as of now is signaling $602, is broken to the downside. this would be attracting sellers into the SPY. But other than that, guys, how high can the SPY goes? It's anyone's guess. Who knows? And by the way, you don't need to be very worried about the SPY, guys. Take a look. This is my channel on our server, in our Discord. Take a look. I am pretty much, guys, narrating the trading session for you. I'm not going to say minute by minute, but take a look at all the stuff, all the information that I posted today. And mind you, today we had a slow session, guys. When we have a lot of volatility in the markets, and some of you guys keep an eye on my Discord channel on a daily basis since a long time ago, right? Because I've been a pro investor for Chris saying for, I don't know, for how long? I don't know, 3 years, something like that. So when there's volatility in the markets, I could be super active. Super active. So today we had a very slow session, and take a look at all of the information that I was posting on Discord. So you don't need to worry about the SPY. If volatility happens to pick up, I am going to be very active on Discord calling balls and strikes. Just keep that in mind. Okay. SoFi calls or puts. Let's go ahead and take a look at SoFi. Affinity for cars. Thanks for your weekly guidance in the Discord. Much appreciated. Of course, bro. Not a problem. Netflix. Let's go over Netflix. I like that one. I day traded Netflix. Sorry. I took a trade with Netflix. I didn't took a day trade on Netflix. But yesterday I got 20 shares that I was able to close today, making a solid profit, guys. I ended up making like $300 over here. So I decided when I saw Netflix pulling back yesterday, I was waiting for $950, guys. Why is it? Or why I was waiting for $950, guys? Well, because Netflix, and you guys know that this company just released earnings 2 days ago, and they reported way better than expected EPS and revenue and stuff like that. So the expected move was 10%, and Netflix went up like 15%. So at $950, guys, Netflix, or let's say that above $950, Netflix was exhausting the expected move that the options market was discounting, let's just put it that way, for the earnings report of Netflix. So take a look at this level, guys. $950 was not only the level at which Netflix was exhausting the pre-earnings expected move, but $950 is also a previous level of resistance and a previous all-time highs, I think, for Netflix back from early December. This was the level at which I picked up 20 shares of Netflix. I mean, I picked up those shares at 950 something. I can show you guys the screenshot, because some of you guys might think, oh, this guy is bullshitting us. How was he able to get shares of Netflix at $950? Alvaro is full of shit. Take a look. Over here, I have the screenshot of the trade. I'm going to post it in my Discord channel. Let me show you. And let me show you. Take a look. So this was the trade, guys. There you go. There it is. Look. So I purchased yesterday 20 shares. Take a look at the price, guys. $955. I ended up making $316 here. And take a look at the entry price. It was not $950. Why is it? Well, because when I buy a stock that is pulling back, I need to, first of all, confirm support at that level. So the second Netflix hit $950, I was waiting to see if actually buyers were going to step in. And they did. The stock bounced back up a bit, and I ended up purchasing 20 shares of Netflix at, as I just showed you guys, $955. The stock went up today because I don't know, it was upgraded once again today. So now analysts are lining up in order to upgrade Netflix. So this was a good trade. Would I be interested in trading Netflix once again? Probably. I would like to see a retest of $950. I might be a buyer down there. But this share is under the absolute control of buyers, guys. Take a look at this. Above the 200, 100, 50, 20-day moving average. And take a look at the slope of the 5-day moving average. Clearly upward sloping. We can make a case that the 20-day moving average, or we can make a case that Netflix is trading pretty much 10% above its 20-day moving average. So this push to the upside is a bit extended. That doesn't imply that Netflix cannot keep going higher. So in tomorrow's trading session, guys, I would like to see some sort of process of consolidation above a level that acted today as support, $970. That could be attracting more buyers into this technical short of Netflix. And obviously, guys, let's address the elephant in the room here. Netflix yesterday failed at $1,000. $1,000 is it is a very important number. You guys know that I would say that in life and also in the financial markets and also in trading, the fat numbers are very important and they tend to act like a magnet. So I'm thinking that as long as Netflix consolidates above $970, we have a potential test of $1,000 coming up, more likely than not, in my humble opinion. So my trade on Netflix would be consolidation above $970. I would be a buyer here. Netflix closed today at $984. Yeah, why not? We could see a little retracement here. Say that Netflix finds support at $970. Then maybe the bulls could gather momentum in order to make another push higher in order to try to fill this gap up to $1,000 once again. This is possible in the cards. Or even better, I would like to see a retest of $950. By the way, guys, this company, and this has nothing to do with the technical analysis, this company has become a monopoly. I was talking about this with the members of my Patreon on Monday because I was analyzing Netflix before the earnings report came out, and I was telling the members of my Patreon, and I am not pitching you guys anything. My Patreon is in Spanish, so none of you should sign up for my Patreon because you will not understand anything. But I do have a Patreon and a YouTube channel. You guys know that. I was telling them this is a monopoly. The earnings report of Netflix was absolutely brutal, unbelievable, record. This company added, guys, 18 million new subs in the fourth quarter of last year. This is the only streaming company that makes a profit out of that business. This is an unbelievable company because sometimes you listen to some analysts and they say, oh, but this company, or you listen to some perma-bears, oh, but this company is overvalued because it trades at, I don't know, at 50 times past 12 months earnings and stuff like that. Or it has a P ratio of 50 or 60 or whatever. Guys, when you have a monopoly and when there's no competition around you, multiples don't matter at all. So the valuation of Netflix doesn't matter at this point. I think that this stock has a lot of momentum. I don't see much downside. And you never know, guys. Maybe something unexpected happens and the markets as a whole, fall off a cliff. And Netflix obviously could be negatively affected by a situation such as the one that I am telling you. But in normal market conditions, I think that this stock has much more room to the upside, in my humble opinion. So I would be a buyer at $970 or $950. I wouldn't be chasing it, trying to fill the gap up to $1,000. But this is a very good looking short, guys. If we take a look at the market structure of Netflix, and let me ask you something, guys. Does any one of you think that any other streaming company is better than Netflix? I don't know. Prime Video, Paramount, Peacock. Or let me rephrase that question. Does anyone here is not a sub of Netflix? Like, no, I don't need Netflix, bro. I don't watch Netflix. I prefer, I don't know, what's in Peacock or Hulu or I don't know. Am I right? It's a freaking monopoly, guys. Unbelievable. Take a look at the market structure, guys. This is a market structure chart. On top of this chart, you guys can see the demand or buyers. At the bottom, the supply or sellers. Take a look at the demand. It is going up. The supply is also going up, but I was going to say it is through the roof. It is not. It is going up, which is positive. You guys can tell that the level of the supply is higher relative to the level of the demand, but the demand is going up along with the supply, so we can make a case that this is a market structure chart that is under the control of buyers. And if we reconcile that market structure chart with this 4-hour chart, what do we see here? An upward sloping 5-day moving average. This is a technical chart that is under the control of buyers in a very clear uptrend, and dips and pullbacks in uptrends tend to be bought up more likely than not. So I think that this stock has an appointment with higher prices in regular market conditions. If 950 is broken to the downside, I would be a bit more cautious, say, about Netflix. Pamela, hello, you're right. There you go, thanks. Okay, what else do we have here? Tessie. Guys, so Tessie's posting earnings next week. What are your thoughts? I want to know. Please, let me know your thoughts. Tessie posts earnings next week along with Microsoft and Google on the same day. What are your thoughts? Goes up, goes down. It went down today, actually, 0.66%, and it closed the trading session at $412.38. What do you guys think? Elon makes me nervous overall. Yeah, same here. The stock is priced to perfection, guys. And I think, and you never know, guys, maybe Elon, pulls a rabbit out of the hat. You never know. But I think that, wow, the odds for Tesla to go higher on the earnings report that comes out on Wednesday is low. You never know. It is an earnings report, so I am not telling anyone to go and grab puts and stuff like that. But I think that the bar is too high. And we're starting to see profit taking here, guys. Look. 3 trading sessions in a row going down. Tesla closed today's trading session below the 5-day moving average and the 20-day moving average. So, in my opinion, this has to do with profit taking. Guys, for real, let me ask you another question. If you had Tesla shares, I don't know, Janel, Digital, Manyman, Dieters, what would you do? Okay? Put your hand over your heart and ask me the following question. If you had a position on Tessie, I don't know, 50 shares, 100 shares, at an average price of $298, I'm just, saying a random number, what would you do into the earnings report? Again, $300. What would you do? Would you wait for the earnings report? secure some profit on my shares before earnings? I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know. If maybe you have 100 shares, so you can sell a covered call, or I don't know. But try to try walking on someone else's shoes. And that person has, I don't know, 50 shares of Tessie at $300. Secure my bag. Sure, of course. So, me personally, guys, I'm expecting more profit taking into next week's report. I was actually eyeing today Tesla puts, but I didn't pull the plug. I didn't pull the trigger because today's trading session or today's volume was super low. You don't want to short stocks, guys, or buy puts when the volume is very low, because most stocks and most indices go up on low volume. So the volume didn't let me get Tesla puts, but I was tempted to, guys. And why is it? Take a look. So Tesla today lost the 5-day moving average and the 20-day moving average. The second, guys, Tesla lost this pink line that I am pointing out with my mouse. This is the 20-day moving average. So the second Tesla broke 415 to the downside, I was so tempted in order to grab puts. But the overall volume of the session was too low. So that prevented me from grabbing puts. But below 415 bucks, I think this is a short. And I think that we might see more profit taking into next Wednesday. That's my personal opinion. And take a look at these, guys. If we take a look at an anchored volume weighted average price line in the case of Tessie that comes from all-time highs, let me pull this up. Tessie. There you go. Take a look. If we take a look at an AVWAP that comes from all-time highs, we get an average price of 418 bucks. What message is this anchored volume weighted average price line sending us, guys? That the average market participant that started a position on Tessie at 400 or from since December 18th, when Tesla hit 486 bucks, has an average price of 418 bucks. These market participants were making money a few days ago when Tesla was trading at 439 bucks, 435 bucks, and the second Tesla hit 418 bucks, they decided, or most of them decided, to close their positions. Why? Because they don't want to deal with the upcoming earnings report of Tesla. Easy peasy. So, I don't know, maybe the opposite happens. You never know, guys. Sometimes the markets do the opposite relative to what most people think. Say that instead of profit taking, we see a process of front running into next week's report. What could be a potential bullish scenario for Tessie? What about recapturing the 20-day moving average that as of now is signaling 415 bucks, but also the 5-day moving average, which as of now is signaling 418 bucks. And take a look at how this 5-day moving average is pretty much coinciding with the anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from the all-time highs of Tesla. So any short position on Tesla would be ruled out if the bulls can actually burst above 418, we can round it up, 420 bucks. Above 420 bucks, the bulls regain control of this technical chart, but below this 20-day moving average, how low could Tesla go? I mean, we can talk about 406 bucks. This is a level that acted as support 3 days ago. Say that Tesla breaks 406 to the downside. What about the 50-day moving average, which as of now, this green line that I am pointing out with my mouse, take a look at the slope, guys, of this 50-day moving average. It is upward sloping. That could increase the likelihood for that 50-day moving average to be able to act as support. The 50 DMA is signaling as of now 388 bucks. If we happen to see a test of that 50-day moving average before Wednesday, before next Wednesday, I think that Tessie could be a bounce back up trade because of the slope of the 50-day moving average. If we happen to see a test, as I just said, guys, in the next 2 or 3 days, Tessie could be bouncing back up, in my opinion, from that 50-day moving average at $388. Maybe it could be finding support tomorrow at a previous level of support, 406. But if $406 is broken to the downside, I don't know, guys. I think that the selling pressure could accelerate over here. Let me take a look at the market structure of Tessie. What message is it sending us? TSLA, Tesla Motors, let's see. And take a look. The market structure looks good, guys, and actually very constructive. Again, this is a market structure short. We have the demand going up and the supply going down. Demand buyer, supply seller. So the demand looks good, guys. And the demand signals the opposite relative to what I just told you, because I think that we have more profit taking into the upcoming earnings report, which is going to be released on Wednesday. But over here, we have a constructive market structure short that makes me believe that if maybe the bulls can recapture the 5-day moving average, but also the anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs, I'll say that the bulls can maybe consolidate above $420. Maybe we could even see a potential process of front running into next week's earnings report. Okay, what other questions do I have here? Jane A. Brister, new here. Thank you for all you do in Discord. I have a question. I see you say a lot bears are in control or bulls are in control. If price reaches certain levels, I wanted to know. Yeah, we usually use a pivot, guys. Pre-market, in my pre-market commentary, I always point out a pivot. The pivot is a level that I use in order to determine who is in control of the tape in minor time frames. Intraday, let's just put it that way. So today the pivot was $605.35. Let me pull up here a chart of the SPY. And I told you guys pre-market that. Take a look, guys. So the pivot, I'm going to draw a line on the pivot that I told you guys today. Take a look. 605.35. So the pivot this was our pivot today, guys. I told you pre-market, if the bulls close candles or remain above the pivot, 605.35 SPY, they are in control of the tape. Do you think that the pivot did work out today, guys? And let me show the comment. I want to actually show you guys a comment. What is it at? There you go. So let me pull up here my pre-market commentary. So take a look. 6:23 a.m., guys. Most of you guys were still sleeping. And I was already posting information in Discord. Good morning, guys. Futures are slightly red. Ideally, we need to see some sort of pullback, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. Keep in mind that whatever President Trump is going to be speaking. Take a look. Our early pivot, I said, guys, at 6:23 a.m. Our early pivot comes in today at 605.35. $605.35. So while the bulls remain above that level, they are in control of the tape and cash, this was a typo here, and can push the tape higher. Do you think that our pivot did work out today, guys? Again, the pivot is this red line that I am pointing out with my mouse. Did it work out today? Was it useful? So the second the trading session opened, guys, and since the SPY was above 605.35, you guys knew already by that time that you shouldn't have been buying puts. It did work out to the F penny. This is very important, guys. And as soon as the trading session opened, I told you, if 605.35 is broken to the downside, puts could be an option. So what happened today? So do you guys think that I was buying puts today? No, because they were above the pivot. So no important level of support was broken to the downside. I knew because of the price action that the bulls were in control of the tape. Period. Full stop. That's it. So when you read my pre-market commentary before the session opens, you need to look for the pivot and define your trading strategy. So Alvaro says that above this level, the bulls are in control, and below that very same level, the bears are in control. So you have to use the pivot as some sort of level that helps you guys to figure out if you're more prone to go along the tape or maybe on the flip side, short the tape. It did work out today to the penny. So very good question from Jane Brister. Correct. Okay, what else do we have here, guys? What other requests? We have Coinbase Global. So I think that President Trump just signed another executive order. Sorry, I gotta rephrase that. Today, a few hours ago, he signed the first crypto-related executive order. So that's positive for the crypto space in general terms. So in the case of Coinbase, guys, the issue, and I have been telling you guys this for quite some time, when you guys trade any crypto-related stock, you name it, Coinbase or Meta or I don't know, or MicroTrajery, whatever it is, you need to keep an eye on Bitcoin. That's why I don't trade these kind of stocks very often, guys. First of all, they are very volatile, and they depend on Bitcoin so much that so in order to trade Coinbase, you need to first of all determine your levels of interest, but on top of that, you need to have those levels of interest of that specific stock match with the price action of Bitcoin. So it is very, very stressful. So that's why I don't trade these tickers a lot. In the case of Coinbase, as of now, good technical short above all the moving averages. Take a look at how, guys, at $292, we have the convergence of this green line. This is the 50-day moving average with an upward sloping 5-day moving average. This is bullish. As long as Coinbase consolidates above $292, this could be attracting more buyers into the short. And say that Coinbase consolidates above 292. What could be the next potential gap to the upside? $316. But again, guys, if you guys see Coinbase consolidating above 292, and maybe, I don't know, you grab calls or something, but Bitcoin starts to pull back, forget about that support. It's gone. It's gone. So above 292, the short looks bullish. Maybe we could see Coinbase filling this gap up to $317. Why not? But below 292, maybe the door could open for a potential visit down to the 20-day moving average that as of now is signaling $270. But again, guys, Coinbase pretty much tracks whatever Bitcoin does. So it is a tricky ticker to trade. Let me take a look at the market structure of Coinbase, and we keep getting good news about the crypto space, guys. We have a crypto government. Unbelievable, guys. Who was gonna say that, right? Yeah. Okay, so take a look at the demand is going up along with the supply, but when it comes to a market structure short, guys, if we happen to see the supply going up, and on top of that, if the level of the supply is higher relative to the level of the demand, what matters the most over here is the demand, is the slope of the demand. Let's just put it that way. If the demand is going up, then that pretty much cancels out and is more important than the fact that the supply could be going up as well. So it is a good looking market structure chart that we can reconcile with this 4-hour chart, in which we can see over here the 5-day moving average upward sloping. So above 292, guys, this could be potentially bullish and could open the door for a test of $315. In terms of anchor VWAPs, anchored volume weighted average price lines, I think that we don't have much to be worried about here. But let me reconcile that. We don't have buyers, a lot of buyers trapped all over the place. Take a look. So, what an interesting coincidence, guys. Take a look at this anchor VWAP. The one that I am signaling with my mouse, guys. Pointing out with my mouse. Take a look. This is an anchor VWAP, an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from none other than the last earnings report of Coinbase. So what message is this anchor VWAP sending us, guys? Well, that the average market participant that started a position in Coinbase from its last earnings report has an average price of $293. Take a look at this coincidence, guys. $293 pretty much coincides with the level that I just pointed out, with this convergence of the 50-day moving average and the 5-day moving average. Above 293, 292, I think that we have higher prices coming up for Coinbase Global. How about United Health? Okay, I have a small position on United Health, by the way. I have 25 shares at $535. In the case of UNH, they just designed the CEO or the whatever it is that is going to be replacing the guy that was assassinated in New York. Yeah. What a sad story, right? Unbelievable, guys. And some people were celebrating the assassination of the executive of United Health. What a crazy world we live in, guys, huh? Unbelievable, yeah. Insane. So UNH went up today 1.93%, and it closed the trading session at $529. They recently posted earnings. The report came out a bit below, expectations. The stock got killed, and it has started to recover little by little. So the bulls have made some progress here, guys, because they already captured the 20-day moving average and the 5-day moving average. But United Health is still guilty until proven innocent, because UNH is trading below the T100, the 20-day moving average, but most importantly, the 200-day moving average. So I am going to draw a line here, guys. So the big, okay, let me draw a line here. Okay. We have a previous level of resistance, because we saw a big decline in the case of United Health, a bit above the 200-day moving average from $547. But take a look at this level, guys. So $524 is a previous level of support, previous level of resistance from January 21st. If this previous level of resistance, and you guys know that previous levels of resistance could potentially act as new levels of support. So if United Health starts to consolidate above $523, maybe we have two potential gaps here to the upside. The first one up to the 200 DMA, 200-day moving average at $542. And the second one up to the level from which we saw the big drop of United Health once its most recent earnings report was reported or was released at $548, which also happens to coincide at level $548. $548 is pretty much coinciding with the 50-day moving average, this green line that I am pointing out with my mouse. So we might have a bit more of room to the downside. I would be closing the shares that I have of United Health near the 200-day moving average, $541. But keep in mind, guys, that we have some sort of spider of moving averages above UNH, the 200, the 50-day moving average, and the 100-day moving average. So these are potential levels of overhead supply from which UNH could be pulling back. We have buyers trapped, we can say, all over the place, guys. UNH is trading as of now. Let me see. Yeah, it is 16% of the high. So we have A lot of buyers trapped all over the place, myself included. Let me pull up here Anchor VWAPs in the case of UNH. To see what we see here. UNH, United Group. Yeah, take a look, guys. If we take a look at an Anchor VWAP, if we take a look at an anchored volume weighted average price line that comes from all-time highs pretty much, UNH reached $630 back on November 11th of last year. We get an average price of $536. That's the reason why, guys, I actually purchased the shares of United Health. When the report came out, I took a look at the report. I thought it was overdone, the sell-off that we had. And I saw United Health going up and pretty much try to burst above that anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs. It started to close candles above 535, but well, the trade didn't work in my favor, and United Health ended up being rejected over there. That's why I still have 25 shares of United Health. But this was my idea behind the trade. It didn't work out initially. I might end up making some money here, right? Hopefully, I hope so. So above $535, United Health is going to be getting rid of a very important and very clear, I would also add, level of overhead supply, because we know that we have a bunch of buyers trapped at $535, myself included. I am trapped since a few days ago, but we know that we have buyers trapped at that level from all-time highs. So above 535, I would be more constructive in the case of United Health, and you have to be careful. This is a downtrend. It isn't a good-looking chart, but above 535, I think that United Health could be filling this first gap to the upside that I just told you guys about, up to $543, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the market structure of UNH to see what we see here. United Health Group. Let's see. Okay. The market structure isn't looking good. The demand is going down and the supply is going up. Not a good looking market structure chart. So keep an eye on 522, guys. United Health closed today's trading session at $529.77. It went up 1.93%. But if this support is broken to the downside, 524. But most importantly, guys, if the convergence of the 5-day moving average and the 20-day moving average, we are talking about a potential support zone from $519 down to $518. It is a $1 potential support zone. If this level is broken to the downside, then the selling pressure could be accelerating once again. There you go. So, Palantir, the Messi of artificial intelligence. I knew you guys were going to be asking about Palantir. I am about to film a video about Palantir, but in English. In Spanish. I used to film videos, guys, in both languages, in Spanish and English. A few years ago, I was doing that, guys, on a daily basis. Unbelievable. Yeah, I couldn't keep doing it. And I had to pick Spanish. But I was doing it, guys. I did it for a year and a half. Every single day, guys. The same video in English and Spanish. But I couldn't keep up with that. It was too hard. Yeah. So I had to pick a language. And, well, most of the stuff that I post on YouTube is spoken in Spanish. But I used to do that, guys. And I love going live for you, huh? I love it. And you guys know that I do live stream throughout the whole training session for the members of my Patreon. And when I go live for you, my mind is already, a bit slow. Let me take a sip of Sprite. But once I'm done streaming for you guys, I have to film a video in Spanish. I am going to go over Palantir and SoFi, by the way. A very good looking chart, guys. Palantir went up today 2.74%, and it closed the trading session at $78.98. Hey, by the way, let me give you guys a heads up. I got an unusual options alert today of Palantir. Of Palantir. I always make fun of the YouTubers that are pumping Palantir. Okay. Put this down on a sticky note, guys. You guys ready? Let me know. I have some good information for you. You just have a Duolingo disco code so we can enjoy your social lives, yeah. Someday. Now, you guys are good in our server. Yeah, you guys are good in our server. Are you ready? Went over Tessie, DGAF. You guys ready? Let me know. I have important information here. If you're trading Palantir. Palantir. Ready? You guys ready? Sorry, guys. Let's go. Yesterday. And this is an unusual option alert that I provided to my guys, to the members of my Patreon earlier on today, before the session opened. Yesterday, someone invested $1.2 million on call options of Palantir expiring on March 21st. And guess what strike we're talking about, guys? Try to guess the strike price of these calls. $100. No, $100. $1.2 million in call options of Palantir that expire on March 21st with a strike price of $100. Someone knows something here, guys. They know that, in my opinion, they gotta know that this upcoming earnings report is going to come out way better than expected. Someone knows something here. So I told the members of my Patreon about this alert today pre-market, and take a look at the performance of Palantir, guys. As soon as the trading session opened, this thing went ballistic. It went up today almost 4%. Unbelievable, guys. So we'll see what happens, guys. I don't know. It is an earnings report, right? So we'll see what happens. A very good looking short, guys. Above all the moving averages, upward sloping to 100, 100, 50-day, 5-day moving average. The 20-day moving average is starting to flatten out. I think that the possibility in normal market conditions, because I already told you guys that I am expecting some sort of pullback anytime soon. I cannot set a date for that, but I'm expecting a pullback, a general pullback in the markets. But if that doesn't happen, I think that the possibility of seeing Palantir getting to the upcoming earnings report that comes out when this is the February 3rd. I think that the likelihood, guys, for Palantir to see all-time highs into that release is high. This technical chart is under the absolute control of buyers. It looks super bullish. And you guys know that I make fun of the Palantir's YouTubers, of course. But take a look at the technical chart, guys. It looks bullish. So I have two potential scenarios here, guys, if I wanted to follow this call options alert. Say that we see profit taking here tomorrow. It could be. It went on a third today. Palantir could be easily, but not easily. I shouldn't say that, guys. Palantir could be potentially finding support at this upward sloping 5-day moving average, $74.20. Take a look at how that upward sloping 5-day moving average coincides with a previous level of resistance, but also with a previous level of support for the Messi of artificial intelligence back from early January. Palantir could be bouncing back up from $74.34. So the next potential gap to the upside could be $80.20. Previous resistance back from early January, previous resistance back from mid-December. But say that, I don't know, Palantir gaps up and opens tomorrow's trading session above $80.20. The all-time highs is just around the corner, guys. Around the corner. What a good looking chart. Terrible, guys. Very good looking chart. Let me see. And take a look, guys, at the message that sometimes the technical charts send us. Why do I say that? Because in the case of Tesla, guys, we are seeing nervousness. We are seeing profit taking. In the case of Palantir, that isn't the case. And both stocks are about to, or both companies say, are about to report earnings within the next few days. But in the case of Tesla, the stock is going down. In the case of Palantir, it's going up. That's momentum. That's relative strength. This is a crazy ticker, guys. For real. Yeah, this is a crazy ticker. I am not going to check on any anchor VWAPs because we don't have any buyers trapped above the current price of Palantir. The anchor VWAP that comes from all-time highs has to be below the current price of Palantir. So that's also a technical bullish pattern. Let's just put it the way that we can also point out. And finally, let's take a look at the market structure of Palantir. What does it say? Take a look, guys. The supply is going up, sellers, and the level of the supply is higher relative to the level of the demand. But take a look at the demand. It is starting to go up in a very aggressive fashion, I would add. We can reconcile this market structure chart with this 4-hour chart in which we can see a clear upward sloping 5-day moving average. I think that we have higher prices coming up for Palantir, and we'll see what happens with this collapses alert, guys. Do you see Palantir? Do you see Palantir at $100 anytime soon? Okay, let's keep going. It is, let me see. We are 56 minutes in. There you go. Who of you is watching Amir's videos? Come on. Speak the truth. Who of you is a loyal subscriber of Amir's YouTube channel? Come on. Come on, guys. Or Jeremy, I don't know. Financial education. Jeremy's also pumping Palantir on a constant basis. Yeah. Is Chris pumping Palantir as well? No. Is he? Chris ain't? I don't know. I don't remember having seen Chris pumping Palantir recently. I don't know. Maybe he's pumping Palantir. I don't know. I gotta ask him. He's my friend. Yes. Okay. Palantir. Okay, let's keep going, guys. I don't have much time left. Let me see. Okay. Carvana. Let's go over Carvana. Oh, my God. Let's see. Okay. Well, if Palantir hits $100, you heard it over here first, right? He recommends it for sure. He just did actually. Okay. I gotta give Chris a call. Hey, bro, stop pumping Palantir. Okay. Carvana goes up today 3.88%, and it closed the trading session at $243. This is a good-looking short, guys. In control of buyers. Upward sloping 200, 100. The 20-day moving average is downward sloping, but it is trying to go up. The 5-day moving average is upward sloping as well. Guys, there is a mechanical trick that you need to understand about Carvana, because this is a company that sells vehicles, right? So there is a very important component of the markets, or two, I would say. I mean, they are inversely correlated. So one important component, let's just put it that way. If you guys trade Carvana, you have to keep an eye on this guy, TLT. This one. This is a 20-year Treasury bond ETF. If TLT is going down, this is not a good mechanical sign in order to trade Carvana. Carvana is a very sensitive stock relative to interest rates, because most of the people that buy vehicles in Carvana are financing those purchases. So ideally, guys, if you're going to buy Carvana calls, or I don't know, maybe puts, you need to keep an eye on TLT. If TLT is going up, that implies that yields, that bond yields are going down, and that is positive for Carvana. Super positive. That helps Carvana from a mechanical standpoint. I guess that you never heard that before, but well, put that down on a sticky note, guys. That's the mechanical aspect of the market. Or that's, I would say, a mechanical aspect of the markets that you need to get familiar with. Yields, bonds. Aside from that, the technical chart looks very good, above all the moving averages. The next potential gap for Carvana could be $252. From Carvana closed today at $243, went up 4%. From $242 up to $253, this could represent a 4.22% push to the upside. Nothing to sneeze at. So I would be keeping an eye on two potential scenarios. So say that Carvana pulls back tomorrow. Over here at $234, we have the convergence of the 5-day moving average, which is upward sloping. That is positive, and also with the 50-day moving average, this green line that I am pointing out with my mouse. But aside from that, I am talking about $234. $234 is a previous level of support for Carvana back from mid-December and also back from early November. This is a very interesting spot, guys, in order to potentially buy a small dip on Carvana, 234. And if this stock keeps going up, guys, I would be expecting overhead resistance at $252. $252 happens to be a previous level of resistance back from mid-December, late November, early November, and also late October. This is a spot at which we should see at least a good bull bear battle, $253. Say that Carvana bursts above 253, it can keep going higher, guys. Yeah, why not? And I would be careful here, guys. I usually don't trade stocks that are trading either below the 5-day moving average, this white line that I am pointing out with my mouse, or that break the 5 DMA. Actually, guys, most of the shorts that I open occur when the 5 DMA is broken to the downside. So if, I don't know, maybe if the pullback that I am saying kicks off tomorrow or next week, and you see Carvana breaking 234 to the downside, maybe this could be a short opportunity. Let me take a look at the market structure of Carvana, CVNA. By the way, that there was a short report on Carvana, right? Yeah, there was a short report of Carvana that came out not long ago. I don't remember if it was Hindenburg. And the report stated that they are committing financial fraud or an accounting. Was it an accounting fraud? Yeah, an accounting fraud. Yeah, we'll see about that. Take a look at the market structure, guys. Demand on top and the supply at the bottom. Demand buyers, supply sellers. The demand is through the roof and the supply is going down. So that market structure short makes me believe that 234 could be a potential viable dip in the case of Carvana, but also makes me believe that why not this next potential gap to the upside up to 252 could be filled right away. Yeah, it's possible. And when it comes to anchor VWAPs, we don't have anything concerning in the case of Carvana. Do we? Let's see. Carvana, I don't have any anchor VWAPs here now. So let me display an anchored volume weighted average price line from this most recent high of Carvana at $267. Take a look. We get an average price of $219. So What message is this AV web sending us, guys? Well, that the average market participant that started a position on Carvana at $267, that was back on November 27th, has an average price of $220. So that implies, guys, for the most part, that we didn't have any important levels of overhead supply above the current price of Carvana that could be potentially acting as resistance. So, yeah, 253 could be a potential level of resistance, but if Carvana takes out 253, guys, it can keep going higher. It is a very good looking chart. Yeah. This is a market structure chart, Sandra. The one that I am showing you. Sandra, here. Let me move my camera a bit. There you guys can see it, right? There it is. Market structure edge. I am paying $120 a month. It is an expensive service, but I use this a lot. A lot. It's been very helpful for me. Yeah. Well, guys, I got to wrap it up. Why? Because I still need to make a video. It's very helpful. Yeah, it is. For sure. For sure it is. Yeah. Well, guys, stay warm. It's fucking freezing everywhere. I am in Charlotte, in North Carolina, and it's freezing. By the way, guys, I was talking with Isaiah, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. We might organize some sort of meeting of our community in North Carolina. So if any of you guys live in North Carolina, I am in Charlotte, we might be doing something, I don't know, before July probably. So we can meet in person and, you know, talk about stocks and grab a beer and whatever. I don't know if any of you guys is in North Carolina. I mean, our server is a very large one, right? We have like 15,000. You could come, Sandra. You're in Georgia. Yeah. You're like, what, 3 hours away from me? Yeah, but keep that in mind, guys. We are going to do a meeting. Probably, I don't know, May, June, something like that. So we can meet up. Talk about the markets, technical analysis, whatever. Well, my niece lives there. Awesome. Perfect. So put that also down on a sticky note, okay? We are going to be meeting up in person sooner rather than later. We might actually move there in May. Awesome, leaders. Perfect. This is a very beautiful city. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy here in Charlotte, guys. It is a very beautiful city. It is a safe city. It is growing super fast. A lot of jobs available all over the place. Yeah, very nice. A very nice city. For real, yeah. I love it. Sure. Well, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you guys tomorrow in Discord. Bye. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.